everyone, I'm Adeline and I'm going to talk to you guys about how I overcame my very challenging freshman year roommate and how I used the tool of acceptance to deal with that. I had a random roommate my first year of college. A lot of people who have random roommates have such a great time. I've got lots of friends who are random, they're besties. I have friends who even picked the roommate, did not get along, picked the roommate, did get along. It really just depends on the person. But me and my random roommate, we got along okay, but living together was kind of a challenge. She would eat chips very loudly at 2 a.m. and turn the light on, or play her music very loudly when I was trying to get my work done. Sometimes she would have her boyfriend over unannounced. I would come back from the showers in my towel and there he was, and I was like, oh, I kind of want to change. Like, it was just annoying. And there was very little communication. I would talk to her about communication. I would be very kind and mature and try to have a very good mindset about dealing with her, but she would never listen to me. And I got very frustrated. I got very angry at times. I became a little petty. Maybe I would be the one eating chips really loudly at 2 a.m. to see how she would feel about that. Did not help, obviously. And I would complain to all my friends and my mom too about how annoying she was and how I hated her and how it was just awful, right? Well, talking about all those negative things, that was before I learned to use the tool of acceptance. After kind of realizing that I was not going to be able to change her behavior, that I'd done everything I could to handle it maturely as best I could, she wasn't changing. And in fact, she would blame me. She would be like, well, you were sleeping in, so now it's my turn to have the room and I can play my music, you can go somewhere else. Like, girl, come on, that's not cool. But instead of me blowing up and getting all mad, I just learned to accept that that was how she was and that I was just going to have to deal with her as a roommate. And by the time things started to get worse, we only had 2 to 3 months left in school. So I was, I don't have to room with her next year. I had these 2 great friends. They are still my friends. I'm rooming with them next year. I'm so excited. And I decided, when I want downtime in my room, instead of doing my downtime in my room, I'll go to my friend's room because they're always welcoming to me. And I kind of really only used my room at the end of the year to get ready for my day and sleep, which, wasn't the best. But for me, I was able to just accept that my roommate and I were not going to get along, and that even though it wasn't the best situation, I could not get petty, not get super angry and upset and mad and make a whole thing of it and just accept that that was how she was going to act, and that I could talk to other people about it without making it such a big deal, spend time with people who were actually enjoyable to be around. And now I'm excited to room with 2 of my great friends next semester and not have to deal with, an annoying roommate. So acceptance really helped me get through that, and